What are the best tips for consistent narrative POV? Imagine walking through a story and feeling like you're right there with the characters. That's what maintaining a consistent point of view can do for your writing. It keeps your story clear and helps readers connect deeply with your characters. But it can be tricky to keep the perspective steady, especially when juggling multiple characters or switching styles. So, how do you make sure your point of view stays steady and smooth? Let's explore some simple, effective tips to help you master this skill. First, pick the point of view that best suits your story from the start. Whether it's first person, where the narrator uses I, or third person, where the narrator describes the characters, your choice sets the tone. Once you decide, stick with it throughout each scene or section. Changing perspectives without clear signals can confuse readers and break the flow. For example, if you start a scene with a character's thoughts, don't suddenly jump to another character's mind without warning. Avoid head hopping, which means shifting between characters' thoughts or viewpoints within the same scene. Instead, focus on one character's perspective at a time. If you want to include multiple viewpoints, plan your shifts carefully. Use chapter breaks, scene changes, or visual cues like extra space or chapter titles to signal when the perspective is changing. This way, readers know who they are following and can stay engaged. If you write in first person, it's easier to stay consistent because the narrator uses I, but be careful not to slip into other characters' thoughts or knowledge. For third person, decide if your narrator is all-knowing or limited to one or a few characters. Stick with that choice to avoid confusion. For example, if your narrator is limited, don't reveal information that only an omniscient narrator would know. Using POV strategically means controlling how much information the reader receives. If you want to build suspense, reveal only what the current character knows. Keep the number of POV characters manageable. Too many can make your story confusing and dilute emotional impact. When switching between characters, make each voice distinct through tone, language, and thought patterns. Space out perspective changes to give readers time to adjust. For each scene, stay in one perspective and clearly signal any changes. Use character names or other markers at the start of a new section to help readers orient themselves. Avoid unnecessary jumps that can cause repetition or boredom. When you do switch, do it intentionally and with clarity. By choosing your point of view carefully and maintaining it consistently, you help your readers stay connected and engaged. Clear perspective keeps your story flowing smoothly and builds trust with your audience. Remember, mastering this aspect of narrative voice and style takes practice, but it's a powerful tool to bring your stories to life in a way that feels natural and compelling.